Hello and welcome to Banter and Chill with your host, Ini Baby.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Banter and Chill podcast with your host, Ini Baby. Hello, my people. How has it been? It has been a while, definitely. First, I want to say welcome and a big thank you to old listeners, people who come back all the time to listen to every single new episode. I genuinely appreciate it, even if I don't tell you. I do tell them, I say it all the time, that I appreciate the fact that they come and listen. Then for new listeners, you're also welcome. Now, today's episode of the podcast, we're going to talk about opposite sex friendships, and I brought a new guest to dissect this topic with me. My guest, please introduce yourself.
Hi, it feels so good to hold the mic again. My name is Nifemi, and most of you know me as Foreign Wine, and I'm honored to be here today.
Now, for people who watched the episode or who saw the episode with Lee, the Would You Rather episode, Nifemi was the one behind the camera that I promised I'll show people that I did not show people. So please, all of you that are telling me, you did not show Nifemi, you did not show Nifemi.
Standing ovation, please.
Nifemi is here now, so you have seen her live and direct and in flesh. Anyways, as I said, we're going to talk about opposite sex friendships. We're going to talk about, significance of opposite sex friendships. Do I need to have a man as a friend? The impact it can have on your own romantic relationship. Today we're going to dissect that topic. But before we dive into it, I want to say a quick shout out to Ronnie's Beauty Store. Now, Ronnie's Beauty Store is your plug for gift items, especially raising gift items. I personally, when I moved into my house, I needed a key holder, and Ronnie's Beauty Store set me up with this, and this is stands for Ini Baby. So big shout out to Ronnie's Beauty Store. Thank you very much. Please, you guys should go and look for her on Instagram, patronize the business, follow her, tell her that Banter and Chill podcast sent you. But that being said, we can dive into the episode now. Okay, so as I said, we're going to talk about opposite sex friendships, and so to even start the conversation, let us ask ourselves, as a woman now, why should I have male friends?
I feel like you need male friends in your life so as to expand your ideas on who a good friend should be. And they come in handy, to be honest, when it comes to because we're all used to the idea that having to be friends with a male gender or the opposite sex leads to a romantic encounter or stuff like that. But when you see a good friend and it's just platonic friendship, you just expand your ideas that okay, truly they can be like male friends or opposite sex friends, and they just stay as friends, to be honest.
Yeah, I think I really relate to that, because there's a lot of stereotype and prejudice about what male and female relationships should look like, especially in this our society. When we're going over, they're telling us that okay, if you even so much as talk to a boy, you get pregnant. So it's we used to fear boys until we even go to a particular stage. I know they fear now again. I know they fear now. But we used to be even scared of really interacting with them beyond a certain level. So I think having male friends will encourage you to let go of those your biases. And as you said, it can help to give you a different perspective or broaden your worldview. Do you know that it was until a few days ago that a guy I know found out that women have 3 holes down there? He was thinking pee and...
Do we?
It's a conversation that should be everywhere. We do need to say it, because most men out there, they don't know. They don't know that okay, you pee from a different hole than where...
Truly?
They don't know. So things like that can actually... Conversations like that can only come up if you're talking with somebody from the opposite gender that will casually... You make the mistake and then they'll be like, no, that's not how it happens. It happens differently. So yeah, having male friends can definitely bring about a different perspective. Having female friends, for the men, there's no man here to represent you guys, but because I've cut my hair and I look like all of you, I'm representing you guys. If I represent women, I represent the men. Don't worry. Anyway, so dialing back on what Nifemi and I have already said, that people tend to view relationships between men and women as problematic, and it should end in only one place. That is either in the bedroom or maybe in marriage, or you guys must somehow end up together in a romantic. Yeah, there must be something more than friendship involved. I also want to ask, besides these very obvious ones, what other impacts what other challenges are associated with having men as friends?
Okay, the challenges associated with having men as friends is emotional bound challenges, in the sense that you don't know when to understand or when you are going past the friendship
Boundaries.
level.
Yeah.
Exactly. So like when you are mixing up the emotions because of little things like maybe flirty situations or whatever, you don't know when you cross that boundary.
Yeah.
That is one of the challenges. And there's also audience challenges, in the sense that people that are outside of your friendship, your other friends or your other mutual friends, they tend to see you guys as an item just because of whatever closeness is between you guys.
Yeah.
I think those two play a very big role.
Those are major challenges. Okay, like she said, the issue of boundaries is true. Sometimes some of the challenges that same opposite sex friendship can bring is that problem of boundaries. I know that women are generally free with each other. Did you go to a boarding school?
Yeah, I did.
You know that women can even bait together.
Yeah.
Blah blah. I remember this video of that time Hilda Bassi was done with that competition. That her friend, I don't know if you saw that video.
Yeah.
Her friend was holding, and then people were not saying, men can never have this kind of friendship. But the thing is, it's not just between men. Sometimes even men and women too. There are certain levels that their friendships cannot cross because of the already stated, like, okay, in heterosexual societies, it's supposed to be a man and a woman. So because of that idea, sometimes it can be a problem knowing like where this person should stop playing this kind of play with me. Exactly. Or knowing where me too I should stop playing this kind of play with the person. So sometimes boundaries can, like, be a big problem in your male and female relationships. Boundaries is one thing you have to get over. It can also affect your romantic relationship. Beyond people even grouping both of you together or say, oh, you people look good
your
together.
Your partner might be jealous.
Your partner would definitely, like, all those male bestie, he's my male bestie, she's my female bestie, all those kind of things can cause insecurities to your partner, and could cause problems, could impact your own romantic relationship negatively. And then the stereotype, as people are looking at you that, oh, maybe you guys are having something together, maybe older people now will not be looking at you like you are cheapening yourself because you are very free or casual with this particular guy, and then it's going to be like, this one knows how to be whole herself, because they have this idea that, okay, male and female relationship, there should not even be a handshake until you people are getting married. But still upon still, I think at this point in our lives, it's important to agree that, because society has come a very long way. Once upon a time, men and women are not even in the same place. Even a man's house, I don't know if you read Things Fall Apart, that the the main character Kunko, his own building was different from his wife's building and in the children's building. So even in churches, some churches like white garment churches, Cherubim and Seraphim, they still separate men and women. So men sit in one side, women sit in one side.
And that doesn't stop them from doing anything.
That doesn't stop them from doing anything,
if they want to.
But the thing is, those are things that were prevalent before. That's actually how it used to be before. Men and women were even, there's a society still today that men and women don't like mix in the same place. Take not to offend anyone, but take for example,
mosques
they do that too. They still separate. So now that we've come so far that, okay, it's actually okay for men and women to exist in the same space without anything causing anything. What are some of the tips for like balancing it? Because as I said, the kind of freedom you have with your female friends is definitely not the kind of freedom you can have with your male friends. Like, you can have male friends, like solid male friends that you even trust more than even the women in your life. That's fine, but still, there still has to be a balance, especially if the person is straight like you. I'm straight, you are straight, but you know be firewood. So how we go take manage our friendship, make water no pass Gary?
First of all, I think you have to understand that because most of us when we are in a relationship and we've broken up and they now become exes, we still keep them as friends. So you have to establish the fact that this person is now an ex and you don't have anything to do with the person. And if the person is now your friend, because obviously you don't always have to fight and scatter. So if you now take the ex as your friend, reestablish the relationship that we are just friends and it doesn't go beyond friendship. And also there's where you go and what you do, basically. Imagine being in a cinema house and it's just like a private cinema. The lights are off and they are doing a kissing scene and you're with your friend. Of course, person will be having like different scenarios in the head of what to play out and everything like that. And there's also the it's not threatening your friendship. You know when to stop, you know when to like when you are with your partner, you know
Yeah.
what to do and what not to do with your friend.
Okay,
That is why
definitely.
from the first moment you shouldn't be in a friendship whereby you guys go everywhere together. You don't even have your own life to live, because by the time you have a partner and you are now dividing your time, the other your friend now becomes very very jealous about the whole situation, and you don't
True.
know how to get yourself out of that situation.
True.
Because at the end of the day, you have to break up with one. Either you break up with your friend or you break up with your partner at the end of the day, because you've created that scenario, that
Yes.
play script already for yourself.
Okay, so I want to ask, do you have like male friends that you and them are tight?
Yes, I do.
I wanted to, like, how did it start? Because there's this popular theory or idea that for women or not for men, because I noticed that men are the ones that are mostly, they have the, let me not say they are picky, or they have the chance to be picky about who they allow into their space, because they're generally the ones who approach.
Yeah.
Typical normal societies, men are the ones who do the approaching. So you find out that the most times women, the men in their lives, even if it's a male friend, they were most likely approached by that person. So women had ever like maybe approach a man to be friends or even to be romantic partners. So where I'm driving at is this idea that most men around a woman that she even calls her friend are people that actually started out by toasting her. So now let's remove people you met in school when you were still in, let's say, secondary school. Let's even remove people that were even in your uni, in your class. Let's remove people you probably meet in the office, although those people too can also toast you. But like what I'm trying to ask is, looking at your friends now, your male friends, do you think it's true? Did a good number of them start out from like because they actually wanted something romantic with you?
Yes, truly. Because at some point, some of them are either exes or they started off as trying to toast me.
Yeah.
But you already know as your person that this is what I can. I mean, if you have to sleep with everybody that asks us out, or be in a relationship with everybody that asks us out,
Where we for day?
as in so yeah. So basically, you are just the one that will know how to set that boundaries
Yeah.
between yourself and the other person. You know what to do and what not to do. And you know, we girls, we have our own charm. When we really want somebody to like us, and when we really want to set the person straight, we know how to do it corner without not having to be rude or anything like that. So you are the one that will know how to bypass or limit yourself in that.
Okay,
aspect.
so yeah, dialing back on like how to balance like opposite sex friendships with your romantic relationship. She has already said it. Prioritize your romantic relationship. There's no reason why maybe you are canceling plans with your partner when it's not life or death for that your male friend. Like I'm mostly saying men because I'm a woman, so men toast me. I like men, but for like for men now, you are prioritizing maybe that your female friend over your girlfriend, and some people are very annoying because they just make you look like there's nothing there, Jerry. Meanwhile, you're using some kind of words, you're referring to the person with some kind of, you know, words of endearment, or you're doing everything with this person. Oh, this person bought me this, oh, that person bought me this, and your partner is just watching. Like it's like there's nowhere they come in. Prioritize your partner. As she has said, when you're in front of your boyfriend or your girlfriend, know what to say. Not necessarily that okay, you should be keeping things from the person, or you'll be lying about your experiences or what you've experienced with that your friend. No, definitely. You say, oh, I even spoke with so and so today. Oh, he was saying he went out, but like just
learn
keep
not
it
to
open.
downplay your partner. Learn not to overplay your friendship.
Friend, yes,
Your opposite sex friendship.
especially if some people even do it intentionally to try, especially when you are annoying them.
When you know that okay, this person doesn't buy you gifts, and maybe your friend on your birthday and everything they buy you, not say Tunde Sef used to buy me gifts, used to buy me to pepper that your partner, but you don't know that it's getting on the person's negative side. And
comparison too can be very deadly. Comparison can be very deadly. Like, oh, and she used to do this. You, what about you? Why can't you? Or maybe the person should say, okay, I don't like how every time I call you, I'm on call with this person. You will not say something like, but him is very funny and our conversations are interesting. It's not like your own that you don't used to say anything. That's not how to go about it though. Except you are tired of relationship, just say you are tired, because if you say something like that, people like to tend to compare those their close opposite sex friends
to
their partner. So first of all, like we have said already, prioritize your romantic relationship. Be transparent and avoid secrecy. Obviously, you will not give your romantic partner all your friends gist, because like it or not, that person is still your friend, and there are some things that you people shared in confidence that I don't think the person has to know, because the person is now in that other person's business. And likewise, you don't go and, even if you tell that okay, we're having problems, so there's a way you say, you don't always go and belittle or downgrade your partner in front of this your so-called close friend that is of the opposite gender. It's not going to work that way. It's going to, like, at a point friction will come out. And
also, I want to say something. Don't always have to tell your darkest secrets to your opposite sex friend, because when you say something like, oh, I don't wear panties, I don't wear bra, or this is how I like to be kissed, or something like that, is creating some illusions in the person's head, and the person now tends to just act on those illusions that you've created in his head already, and then you people now cross that friendship boundary.
So you need to learn how to manage expectations as a person. Like, you need to learn how to manage expectations, because sometimes, like, there are some things that are non-verbal. The person doesn't have to say it, but as I'm here from a mile away, I know when somebody likes me. I don't know if other people are like that, but I will definitely catch on if this person likes me from far. So if you read up on this, if you notice this kind of behavior from a person, you know that it should not go that far. Start managing their expectation from beginning. Don't encourage so I think some people encourage this kind of behavior. You know that this person likes you, you want to be very free with the person, you go the rubber and body,
because that's the most catchy phase of any relationship or anything. You go the flirting stage.
You go the rubber and body. So the person would make like sexual comments or jokes, and you kiki and you will follow and laugh and all that. You're not managing this person's expectations. Later when the person should now move and say, okay, I have feelings for you, you know, say, no, now you're my best friend, we cannot do so. We cannot do that.
You're like a brother
to me. Like a sister to me. Meanwhile, this person has been feeling like, okay, you are responding to their green light since. Although for some people, I don't know how to say, but some people genuinely don't know how to read these things. So you could just be nice to somebody, and I don't know if it's a case of maybe upbringing or their socialization. You could just be nice to somebody, and they will still like misread it. So as I said, I don't know if it's a case of maybe socialization or their own upbringing. You know, some people did not adequately receive love growing up, so they will never recognize that, okay, this person just, this is like bare minimum. This is how friends behave to each other. They will not start thinking, maybe this person likes me, maybe this person wants something from me. So you have to, if you're that type of person and you don't know how to read all these cues, you have to actually go and read up on it. Learn to differentiate when somebody is actually moving to you and when they are not moving to you, because some people are just, that's how they treat everybody. Not that you go and catch feelings. I know somebody that's like that. If you don't bring your head down, you think this
and
man
maybe
likes
you should also try to ask questions.
Really. You can ask. If you don't bring your head down, you think this man likes you.
Exactly.
But that's how he is with everybody. So you're not even special, and you're thinking, oh, I'm special because of the way he's behaving. Some people are just like that. They're just nice, jovial. And as she has said, ask questions. So if you think it's getting too far, even if it's play, come, do you like me? Are you trying to toast me? Say that you don't want to sleep with me. Like, you can even use play to say it, so that you guys can now have that conversation and get over
the feelings.
Just agree that see, this is where we can only be friends. There's only friendship I have to offer you, and that's what we're going to do. All right, so now is one thing to actually balance like your romantic relationships and your regular friendship with somebody of the opposite sex, but it's another thing to, maintain the friendship so it's healthy. And when I say healthy, I'm talking about a relationship with the opposite gender where boundaries are not crossed, like nobody they overdo pass themselves. So now, in order to be able to maintain healthy relationship with somebody of the opposite sex, what should you do? Like, what should you put in place from beginning, so that this relationship, when they say it's a friendship, that's all it is, full stop, friendship.
I feel the first thing is you should talk about your boundaries, the boundaries you people set for each other. Know when, okay, this person is naturally a flirty person, and I'm naturally the person that flirts back. No emotions involved. By the time you guys understand that, I think everything should go smoothly. You should also be able to have other friends in that same gender, so that you can understand that, okay, this is how guys are normally. It doesn't necessarily mean that he likes me or he wants to be with me. It's just because I've experienced this from other guys, it will not even faze you a bit, and all that. And also, I feel you should never talk about your darkest secrets, which I've spoken about before, and don't speak for each other. Like when they when they bring their partners to you to like greet or to just to introduce them, and you're like, oh, I don't think Tunde likes girls that wear long leggings. Like how do you know if how do you know if Tunde doesn't like girls that wear long leggings? And even if Tunde doesn't like it, how do you know if Tunde has not started changing his preference on leggings and bomb shorts because of the girl? So you should really just not speak for your opposite sex friends.
Yeah, some people do pass themselves, and that's why they say women make terrible side chicks, because they use mouths to scatter the whole thing. Because tell me, maybe the person's girlfriend is the one, let's say ordering the drinks, and she's like, okay, I'll take Feroz, he'll take Star Radler. You know, I'm like, he drinks Star Radler now. How far? I thought it was Black Bullet you like to drink. What is your business?
That's very shady.
What is your business? Somebody that you will swear, if they say, okay, be with this person now, some of you will swear that, no, I don't like him, I don't want to date him. But whenever he's with someone else, you start being jealous. And I think, okay, we need to address that too. I think it's actually not, is it normal to even be jealous of your friends? Let's not talk about opposite sex friends. Normal friends, like maybe me and you are friends now, you're not in a relationship. Is it normal to be jealous?
It shouldn't be. I understand that as humans, at some point your emotions just go way, but be cautious and be very like aware of your emotions and put it in place. If you see that, okay, this thing, I might really be jealous, just like take a step back and just
evaluate, reassess the situation.
Exactly. I think that's how you can get out of this situation, because as a human being, sometimes you cannot just control your emotions. You don't even know why you are jealous in the first place.
Yeah.
But by the time you take a step back and you reevaluate, you would come back to your senses.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, so there's that. And following on what she said, I also want to say that some tips to maintain healthy and respectful friendships. See the person as just a person. Now, as I said, because our societies view, men and women relationship as, it must lead to something, it must go somewhere. People struggle to approach like the other gender from a place of, okay, I just want to know you and like have you in my corner. They must always see the person as a potential partner or potential romantic partner or potential body or somebody I can like. They must always know. Sometimes approach people just because, okay, I think you're very jovial, I need more jovial people around me, we should be friends. But like that's why, in the beginning I said that most women, their male friends started off as people that probably wanted to toast them. And that's the problem. If you're always approaching any woman you see or any boy you see from a place of, oh, I like him, we could possibly date, it could affect your friendship, because you've already started out like with a crush on this person. So long term, it might actually affect your friendships. And also learn to say no. But most importantly, people should learn to take no. Because I've noticed that sometimes maybe only one person is bringing the green light, and I can tell this other person is not responding. It's clearly a case of, please stop what you are doing. Now, there are people who don't like confrontation. There are people that they're not confrontational at all. So to even sit you down and tell you, you have been doing this and that, I don't like it, it will be hard for them, because they'll be thinking, what if we should spoil our relationship? What if we should feel hurt? So they will not want to open their mouth to say it. The way you are giving them signs that you like them, them will be giving signs that they are not interested. Whenever you bring up some kind of topic, they will shut it down. Whenever you try to do some kind of things, they will be like, what's going to happen? Stop it. Long story short is, as much as people are trying to tell you no, the onus is on us as individuals to learn to take no in our friendships. You know how they say, okay, you are trying to get your friend to maybe try something new. Maybe people are out, and you know that this person doesn't drink normally, and like try the drink, and the person should say no. You know that your friend doesn't drink, let it go. That's how normal people behave, and I think that should even translate to friendships with the opposite gender. If you notice that this person is turning down your advances, or anytime any green light you bring, they used to run and change the phase so that there's no light anymore. You off your light, off your NEPA. Yourself take a hint, because there are people that will not be able to come straight forward and tell you, oh, this I don't like as you are moving to me like that. I think we are friends and I like to keep it that way. Some people will not be able to say it. They will only be showing you in actions. The way you are showing it in actions.
Basically, be able to read the room.
Yeah, read the room. Very good. And you know those people that make you feel like, when you even bring it up that I'm not seeing you're doing this and that, do you like me? Do you want something more? You're like, no, I don't want anything, gaslighting you, making you feel like you're crazy. Meanwhile, I can see clear signs that you're crossing.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to cross it, but you're crossing, and then they'll not make you want to feel like, oh, you're overthinking something. Now, on these tips on maintaining healthy and respectful relationships, I actually reached out to people on my contact list. So shout out to everybody that responded. I asked them, like especially older people, what they've done, how they're able to manage, because they don't go far, then go get that wisdom where younger people don't go get to. How are they able to manage their relationships with the opposite gender? So these responses I'm even reading out are their responses, although I'm not going to call everybody's name because I got multiple responses, so I'm just putting people together. But another thing that I picked up was that you should tie your boundaries to yourself and not to the person. So let's assume as you're my friend and let's say you're a man, Hope too is my friend. If there's this thing that is even trending online that they will say, okay, girls tag something as harassment, depending on who is saying it. If na boy wey no fine, cross some kind boundary, you go say if a boy be waiting there happen, why you dey do that kind of thing? But if the boy is fine, somebody that you like, you will just look the other way. So that it is like shifting goalposts. You're tying your boundaries to the person that is really not
yourself.
Yeah, you don't have hard nose like as I'm here like this, if it's past 12 p.m, I don't know any man I'm not involved with should be calling me. But because you like this particular man, he's your friend though, but you have a crush on him. So if he should call you, even if he should call you by 1 a.m, you run and go and pick the call. That if you keep doing that, you'll be very confused, because at a point it will not even affect your actual boundaries with people that you're not even as close to. You start letting other men even take advantage or take chances. You start letting other people take chances because I'm already doing it with this person, so might as well just finish it. Yeah, so don't tie your boundaries to whoever you're dealing with. Let it be like your own solid rules and regulations for yourself. Then another thing is to see the person as just a person. As I said, in our society, you need to see man and woman as, it must always end up as one thing. And that's in marriage. You must go and procreate, make children and all that. So
multiply.
Yes, try not to see everybody you see as a potential. Anybody come across as a potential husband, boyfriend, wife, somebody I can
friends
sleep
with benefits.
Like it doesn't have
everything.
To have all those kind of tags. Sometimes friendship is enough. Sometimes acquaintance is enough. And that's why you should make friends from a place of purpose. That's another response I got. If your friendships have purpose, you not have people that you are struggling to now put in a box or identify which category to put them. If you maybe met this person at work, you know that this friendship is work. It's work that started
outside of work.
No, there'll be nothing. So honestly, you don't like imagine you go into your office now. Instead of you to start friendship with somebody in your office on the basis of okay, this is somebody I work with, you want to start as I feel date this guy.
Tall, slim.
It's tall, in my spec. It's I like him. It's entering my eye. No, don't start it like that. When people of the opposite gender are dealing with you or you're dealing with them, first and foremost, see them as somebody, as a normal person. Don't see that's what you could potentially end up with. That's like number one recipe for disaster. Because if you start doing that, you start forming a crush on the person, and then anything can start from there. Another thing is, if you don't want to be involved with the person, there's no need for all this constant talk. Like she said, making sexual remarks, and you allow it, or maybe visiting the person in their house. The person is not sick and dying. In a situation where maybe the person is sick, nobody is there to take them to the hospital. Can understand, but
you saw all morning to visit the person, but when it's now 11 p.m.
it's
going to 2, that's when you now carry your bag to say, oh, I'm going to my friend's house. What friend?
Yeah, even you too that.
What friend?
You know that maybe you don't want to involve with this person, but you're always inviting the person to your house. You used to go outside. They tie your destiny, they tie your leg, they nail your leg to the floor of your house. Everybody you see, come over. They'll be having people over. So if you know that you don't want it to go beyond a certain level, know some of the things that you do and some of the things you cannot do.
Or some of the things that might even trigger it from happening.
Because you might think, this person I can never like, this person is not my spec. They there.
One person is drawing map on us.
One day you will see that you are for Yakata, you are for like a fool. Because even that idea of talking constantly, every time you're on call with this person, definitely people will be finding things about each other that you like. You'll be finding things that you people have in common. You'll be finding area of interest that something like stuff that interests both of you. Everything that happens to you, you want to go and confide in this particular person, and you know very well that I have no interest in doing anything more than just friendship with this man. Or as a man, you don't have any interest in this person beyond friendships. you're gonna be giving the person all your life gist, telling the person everything that's happening with you, constant communication, people are always chatting, sending streaks, doing this and talking. Before you know, one person don't like one person, that it's not start causing problem, because you not be explaining, oh no, I didn't like you, I did not want you. No,
for disaster.
because if it was maybe somebody in your office now, for example, you know that okay, your conversations will mostly be like maybe about work or something, but a random person, you give the person gist about everything that's going on in your life. Maybe you went out, you saw one maduma, you tell the person. You were coming back, okay, man annoy you, you tell the person. Definitely you don't see it, but you are learning to actually lean on the person. So after a while, you kind of like developed an emotional connection with the person. Sometimes if you don't even, if something should happen to you, you think, can't wait to go and tell, which man will I ever use? I can't wait to go and tell Matthew. Matthew is now the recipient of all your gist. Who knows, Matthew might not even see you that way, but you are the one going to disturb his ear with story where no concern him. But yeah, another thing is sexual innuendos. Both the people that make them and the people that receive them is actually
people that like them.
It can actually be no, that's smart thing they let that thing enter harassment, because like I said, some people will not be able to open their mouth to tell you, because like I want to even give one example here that somebody even casually mentioned to me, like we're just talking, casually mentioned that I'm just horny. I'm like, I asked straight up, what makes you feel like this one is my business? Like, what part of this conversation is making you feel like you can tell me something like this? Like, that's a clear. And when you bring like, why are you telling me? It's not my business, because we're not even that close. I don't know you like that, bro. So
the person will even feel embarrassed to say something.
Why
that
are you
kind of
telling, like,
again.
So if it's somebody you like and you allow it slide first time, definitely it's come again the second time, it's come again the third time. So if you know that okay, this person, you actually want to deal with them on friendship straight, there will be no command, there will be no stopover, there will be nothing, like we're not having anything more than friendship. If they're making all those kind of sexual jokes, definitely if a man is attracted to you and you're attracted to the man, it's all those little jokes that we used to know that this one mine there, be mine no day. So if you know that you don't want problem that pass yourself, just immediately make the jokes, turn it down. Don't even laugh, don't even smile. And there's some people that are very touchy. Even babes do that thing too. Always want to hug the guy, blah blah blah. If you know that you don't want problem, just be keeping to yourself. And if the person is the one bringing all the kidney to you, try and say, oh, please, oh, stop it. I'm not comfortable with it and I don't want it. That now brings us to the end of this episode.
With that being said, the greatest of connections come from friendship. So
definitely,
that doesn't mean that
friendship
when a man is coming, you should not accept his friendship, because you don't know where your marriage can blows up.
Honestly, it could be that's why people are even scared of, like, when their partner has a friend, because it could be me suffering myself building up this woman. It could be that her best friend from childhood that she will not still get married. It could be that girl.
Men do that thing.
It could be that girl that he met when he was growing up, that his parents will now bring back years later. Yeah. That you did not have anything to do with so and so. Next you know they started something.
I want to ask you a question. When do you know when the friendship is going past the, not that it's a bad thing, or you're trying to limit it? When do you know that, okay, I think I don't see this person as a friend anymore, I think I just see this person, or is already brewing into something?
Okay, so now I'll talk for and against the motion. For the motion, if I know that okay, how I identify that okay, feelings are still coming, I'm a very irritable person, but if I notice that you are not annoying me too much, I'll say and then I stalk people. This is me personally. I stalk people. So if I like you, I feel they go your social media every time. They find we see no loss. Pictures where don't they there since where I don't see since how many years ago. I go just go and look, just the spy. They look your story. If you post something, I run and go and check. Shameless, very shameless woman. Run and go and check. So actually, it's different for everybody. You know, everybody would be able to know that okay, this person actually gets into me. Like I said, there's some kind of jokes that normally you would not take, but the person will make it. I remember this ASAP Rocky. There was this thing that was popular trending one time him and Rihanna started dating. People from her team, there was this interview I read that somebody said that the way they suspected that these people might end up together was, I don't know, one of the songs they have together, they performed it one time, and during the set on stage, he even grabbed her bum. And it was, you saw it a bit, it wasn't part of their rehearsal, their dance rehearsal. So everybody was shocked and they know the kind of person she is. So they were hoping that when they come backstage, she's going to give it to him hot. She did not say anything. According to them, she did not say anything. So clearly, sometimes if you like somebody, you find yourself letting them overstep some boundaries because you're making excuses for them, like, oh, maybe they don't mean it that way, or they don't know that this thing they're doing.
Or you
I
even
don't
like it. So you
carry your
body, you carry your body there to go and step some things.
Yeah, so definitely that's how you know that okay, I'm starting to like this person. Now, if you're on the receiving end, you notice that the person maybe wants to the person's always trying to talk to you, be around you, hear from you, know what's going on with you. They want to help you. Maybe you mentioned that I'm supposed to do this and that too. Maybe you say I'm supposed to. Maybe you're like, okay, I'm supposed to go somewhere, blah, blah, blah. Just example, I don't have enough transport to even cover going and coming. They might now say, okay, don't worry, go, I'll pay for the coming. Like, you know that they won't start doing stuff for you, taking care for you, just trying to be in your life. You know that this person has started catching feelings for you. And if you notice it, if you know that your mind didn't day, tell them it didn't day. Because if it didn't day, it didn't day.
Oh God.
Okay, but for you, like this, how would you know that okay, something is?
I feel it's when I'm blowing hot and cold. It's when I'm giving this hot and cold attitude.
Yeah.
You already know that. Oh, when you're talking to somebody, I'm not really happy with it, and I'm giving you attitude. Or some days I'm on the low and I'm enjoying your conversation. And other days I'll just get angry. Nothing. You not do anything to me.
All the toasters of Nifemi.
Nothing. You don't do anything to me.
In case you've seen these signs before, now you know what it is.
And I think when I just honestly really enjoy your flirty comments and I flirt back, I really
just
like
that it's
you.
gone.
Like I really like you.
I don't go.
I've gone. I'll be gone.
But yeah, if you flirt and I flirt back, you know that. But sometimes I could just be.
But I don't even know, and I think jealousy. But really, I don't even know where jealousy comes into play because I don't even know when I'm jealous. I don't know if I just want to fight, if it's just me just wanting to fight, or if I'm really jealous about the situation or about anything. But most of the time, I just really want to fight because I'm a troublemaker.
But even this flirting, girl self, sometimes. Some people just have problem. They will just stay. They are bored. If you flirt with them, they will flirt back.
Yeah.
You'll be
and they really have nothing. Like it's just outside of.
It's a sport for them. Some people they are chronic flirters.
Yes.
They flirt for a
natural. And I think I'm natural. I'm
they
just
flirt
natural.
like there is nothing you want to say that they don't have response to.
Exactly.
So you will think
this
person
really
don't
exactly. But they really don't have anything.
They might not even know your name. They will not come and be asking you, Alpha, I forgot your name, please tell me your name. Meanwhile, you will say, but we flirting. Sorry. It was just fun for them. Honestly. Okay, so that brings us to the end of this episode. Is there anything else to add? I think I want to follow up on what you said. Friendships are very important. Whether it's a man as your friend, a woman as your friend, very important. But there's something she said in the beginning that I want to add to. If you're having friends of the opposite sex, make sure it's not just one person.
Yeah.
Because tell me why, all your friends are female, but you suddenly want your boyfriend to believe that one man that is your singular best friend is not a threat.
And it's not like you are going out with Tunde today, Tade tomorrow, you are going out with Lee. Next tomorrow, so you're going out with Ini or
there's variety.
And only it's just only hope.
Meanwhile, hope is
you're having hope for this relationship, for the friendship that is turning into
behind the camera.
It's not going to be hopeful, though.
Anyway, so yeah, that I think that's basically everything I have to say. If you've gone to the point of this point, if you're going to this point, I genuinely hope you enjoyed this episode. Filming this episode here, hey. If I tell you what entered into the filming of this episode, please, if you want to know how it took us,
behind the scenes,
you can come into my DM to ask. I will send long voice notes telling you what happened. Anyways, it brings us to the end of this episode. Yeah. If you enjoyed the episode, by all means, please leave a comment. I love something that people do on YouTube. They comment, say maybe their favorite part or the part that made them laugh, or maybe they want to make a comment or so they make it on YouTube. Definitely, please. I love it. Keep it coming. Don't stop. I live for it. I love seeing comments and I love responding with Banter and Chill's account. So please, if you see any response, know that it was not our handler. It was me. I'm the one that went to respond. What else? Yeah, share the episode for your family, for your friends. If you know that you have a boyfriend or girlfriend and they have somebody of the opposite that they're into wine,
check
say,
them.
It's just a friend,
check
them.
Send
them this link.
check them.
Send them this link.
And be sure that they are not going through corners. Make
after-
sure that you are.
After
Make
you-
sure that everything that we said, you follow up on it.
After
and
you
are
watch
sure
this video,
that she's not doing
send
that.
it to the person.
Or he's
Let
not
the person
doing
go
that.
and watch it. Come and watch it and come back and tell you that, oh no, despite watching all they have said, I can guarantee.
You know, funny enough, yeah, some of you have your partner there to take out or to take to a gathering, but you say no. I want to take Tunde to a gathering because it's funny and it feels tall enough. So I'll feel protected. I'll feel this. It will look good. Or whatever the case may be.
Some people no get presentable partner.
True. Well, I don't blame you because I'll do the same.
Let's be going because the episode
Bye,
bye. All right, so guys, thank you very much for watching. I genuinely appreciate it. Love you guys. Until next time.
Yeah.
Bye.